what's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of Q&S. This is my question from me and response series for kind of the opposite of my Q&A, my P&Q. So I got the questions and then I got the response from the subscribers, hence Q&S. And I've got the split screen thing going on again here now because I don't know, it's quite easy for me to look at the questions. Not the questions, the responses. Get that in my head. The responses from last time. It's been a while. Back in April, I think was the last episode. Let's see, what did I was saying, what is it about the games that you're currently into or thinking of getting into that attract you to said game? That was what I asked. So I got 3 responses. So I'll go through those and then I'll ask another question. Then hopefully you can answer for me. I've got about half a cup of coffee left because I've had a few problems. I'm not very well at the moment. I had a bit of a cough, cold, sore throat thing going around in our household, and being with my compromised immune system, I'm suffering quite badly. I'm hopefully getting it sorted soon, real soon. So apologies if I seem a bit. It's got nothing to do with any. I have no lack of enthusiasm for anything. That's a promise. It's just that I feel a bit sapped at the moment. But anyway, don't want to hear that. Right, so I had to write it down. Yeah, so what is it about the games that you are currently into or are thinking of getting into that attracts you to said game? Now, Idic Beer said, nice one, Pete. Putting 40k aside, I have recently been drawn to Attack Wing because I love Star Trek so much. And one of the biggest things that keeps me with the game is having friends who are also enjoying the game and wanting to play. Having a gaming group of some sorts that play certain games has a big influences in many cases, I'm sure. And I think you're probably right with that one. Oops, pulling my mic down. Yeah, I'm sure you're right with that. Obviously, you need a certain meta in your circle of gaming friends, whatever, and you gotta be into the same stuff if you want to play the games, really. So, Attack Wing. I never really knew much about that game until I saw you doing it. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm not 100% sold on the flying type games as yet. Might change in the future. Like X-Wing, Wings of Glory, all that thing. They're good games, don't get me wrong. They're good games, but I don't know if I'm sold enough to invest into them. But from what I've seen you do with Attack Wing, it looks pretty darn good. And if you're into Star Trek, then that's going to be so much the better for you. I mean, if you like Star Trek, you're going to love that. Let's see, move on to the next response. From Warforge, and he said, love 40k. Start playing X-Wing because love Star Wars. So there you go, yes. So it's a similar sort of thing with the Star Wars universe. So I mean, I love Star Wars, but I just don't know if I would want that flying game thing. Maybe alright. Start look at AVP, Aliens vs Predator, because love Predator film and Alien film. Got Predators mini. Then 32mm look great. Can't wait printing one. So the AVP figures, again, I think they are in 32mm, aren't they? So slightly bigger scale. Excuse me, I just needed that coffee. Just not feeling really good at all. Right, so yeah, and then we've got E-Tron. It says just getting into Guild Ball. Now I was interested in that. well, I haven't gone for it as yet, but I'm very interested to see other people do it. I'm doing Mason's Guild. My friend is doing Butchers. A few friends have teams also. It was the models and time period that they are all teams from real life jobs, i.e. stonemasons, fishermen, brewers, etc. The artwork is really cool, yeah, I have to agree. And it's the first ever steampunk-esque game I've liked so far. Plus, also, it is melee football skirmish game. I love model count using stat cards instead of codex supplements, so looking forward to learning the game, etc. Well, I'm looking. Looks like you've been doing well, because don't forget this was a month ago. Never mind the dogs. This was a month ago, so you're coming on leaps and bounds in that one, and I'm enjoying watching your progress on that. So that's really, really cool. Okay. My question to you guys for this time then is twofold, which sometimes they are, and I've written it down. As you know, I've recently trimmed back my bolt action gaming, because I had to prioritise the games that I want to keep and love, because I needed the finances, and I needed to cut one source of financial drain off of the mainstream. So my question to you is, have you ever bought into any games that you wish you hadn't, and what was it about that? What was it about the game that changed your excitement of it or want to have it? Do you know what I mean? And so what have you ever bought into a game or gaming system that you wished you hadn't? Why do you wish you hadn't? And how do you prioritize your games? So now that I've sold my bolt action, I feel it was very liberating to do, and I felt quite excited because it freed up a lot of cash to inject into my remaining projects. I'm pretty happy with the stuff I've got going now. So I've got 40k, obviously, Beyond the Gates of Antares, EA, excellent. I've got my Dungeons and Dragons stuff on the go, which fulfills my fantasy need. Don't think I'd ever get into fantasy per se, 9th edition or Age of Sigmar. I don't know. I'm waiting around. Jury's still out on that one. I'm waiting to see what happens with Age of Sigmar, but I can use the figures, the models for my D&D anyway. What else? I've got Ronin, which is I haven't played for a long time, but I love the game. It's a great game, so I've got no desire to get rid of that. I've got Jugular, which I haven't actually played yet. I don't want to try it, give it a go, give it a fair whack, and see. I'm not up to driving around right now. I've had so much on the go, different things, and illnesses in my household. Now me, even though we've been super careful to try and avoid me getting it, but there you go. I'm trying to think what else I've got. I've got rule sets for Black Powder. I don't have the historical stuff that I would use for that yet. Probably would use American Civil War for it though. Just thinking, War Machine and Hordes. Obviously, new rule sets coming out, new rule books. I mean. Wait and see how that goes. I don't have a too much in the way of those figures. I'm pretty proud of my Hordes army, my Legion of Everblight army though, so I want to keep that one up to date if I can. And so have you guys ever bought into a game or gaming system that you wished you hadn't, or you changed your mind? what was it that changed your mind, and why do you wish you hadn't? And quite simply, how do you or would you prioritise your games if you felt you had to get rid of one? Anyway, that's all for now, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Sorry about my voice and my my general well-being. It's just it is what it is. I still want to keep cranking out videos though for you, because it helps me too. So win-win. See you on the next one, guys. Bye for now. See ya.